Hi, I'm Matt Kapp, the lead artist on Binding of Isaac Rebirth and the creator of Castle in Darkness, and I listen to the One Up podcast.
Right, so episode 400 of One Up Game Podcast. It's me, David, and we have got a special guest today. So I guess the easiest thing just to do, just tell us who you are and what do you do, please?
Okay, so at first, hello to all listeners. It's really nice to meet you. My name is Paweł, and I'm work in QubicGames as a community and PR manager. So, I personally handle marketing and press relations and the social media platforms in QubicGames. So basically, I'm the one you are talking on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and recently ignored Discord, and I'm sorry for it. Also, I'm sending newsletters for you and making press releases so you guys can read about us on some huge or less or smaller magazines. So yeah, I'm responsible for all communication with players. So if someone has a problem that has not been solved recently, so I'm also sorry, but you know who to blame right now, and I'm.
So, how did you get to work for the fine team at Cubic Games?
It's quite funny because it all started with when I saw in the internet that some company put that they are looking for someone for a game tester for a quality assurance. Now I know what's game testers are called because right now I didn't knew nothing. It was like wow, they are making games, so it should be fun. It should be a funny job, and they will pay me for it. So it's perfect job for me. And I was 18 then, so I work as a quality assurance without any computer or anything back then, and it was like 1 year and two or 3 months. So I learned everything from scratch, and yeah, that was the first year in QubicGames. But I wanted to try something different later, so I was curious about the marketing side of things and went to the college for a marketing direction. And in QubicGames, we prefer to educate and boost young talents, young people, and our team members. So it was like I really took a chance for our CEO and for people working here in marketing. They give me a chance, and now I'm here for 5 years and marketing from the marketing specialist. Now I'm marketing manager, and it's like yeah.
So, Cubic Games is having a 20th anniversary. How long have you been with Cubic Games itself as a whole?
Oh, as I said in a previous question, I first got into during a 15th anniversary. So, and now we have a 20th anniversary, and we were a company who was making games for back then for on mostly for Nintendo Switch. Before it was in 3DS or games like Gnomes, for example. I'm not sure if you can remember it. It was really old game. And then Cubic make Robonauts for Nintendo Switch. So yeah, it's I remember a 15th anniversary, but back then I wasn't involved in it because I was like I was playing games and testing them. So it wasn't interesting for me. And yeah, it's now 6 years. Yeah, it's been around 6 years from now.
So, Cubic Games have released over 20 titles on Steam. Which or what are your top five in your opinion of these games?
Mm, if I were talk to only about the Steam, recently there's when we are recording it, it's like 2 hours after we release this game, so it's a fresh time. But about the Steam, my top 5 would be Ice the Horror Game. I also tested that game. It was quite fun. A little scary, yes, but yeah, it's a really good game. Johnny Trigger, both Johnny Triggers. The first, the classic Johnny Trigger, let's say, it's a classic platformer when you are shooting from enemies, and yeah, it's really nice. And the second one is Johnny Trigger Sniper, when you are just making headshots. So basically, it's really fun to play on, for example, Steam Deck. So we have 3 games. The next one I would say is Run Sausage Run, because it's a typical party game when you care, for example, running by Donald Trump and decapitate heads, sausage heads. Yeah, it's really fun with a team. If you have a party at the evening and want to play some FC 24, for example, it's I personally want to play game with a lot of sausages and a lot of blood than kicking a ball. But okay, that's me. And the last one could be a classical whole IO, when you are just need to, swallow everything, buildings, tanks, and yeah, it's also really nice. But if you talk about all platforms, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, I'd say my favorite, from the bottom of the heart, my favorite is a Dungeon Top. And it's really the best card game I ever played.
I must admit, I'm not a card battler sort of game person. There's not many that I've enjoyed. I will just say, like, a massive thank you for like you as a person and QubicGames have been so consumer friendly, allowing Twitch streamers and small independent websites to actually get QubicGames and spread the word, about some of these amazing titles.
Yeah, as I said, we always try to support smaller creators by offering help with review keys, doing giveaways, and doing other good stuff, I think. Those who pour their heart into their work mean a lot of us, really. And it's like we love to cooperate with them. And I think it's just awesome to see someone grow and develop than to find already a huge creator, hire them, pay them, and let's get back to business. I think it's better to work with small creators, especially with if you are a indie game developer, for example.
Because I always remember, I mean, we used to, before Game Pass and everything, we used to get Nintendo games sent to us, used to get like Microsoft games sent, Sony sent us stuff. And then I emailed, I think is it Capcom? I think it was Capcom.
Capcom, yeah, I see.
And they emailed back saying, once you have 250,000 unique views in the week, then we can sign contracts to send games out. And I said, well, we're only a tiny little channel. 250,000, that's a hell of a lot of things to try and
I
do.
see. Yeah, the Capcom is really big company.
Yeah.
However,
So
we still love you, Capcom. You are making a great game, so we need to love each other.
So anyway, thank you so much for coming on, being a massive sport, for being on our 400th podcast. Before you go, can you just want to let our listeners know how they can get some of these great games and some amazing savings I've been seeing on some of your social medias they've been putting out?
Yeah, of course, I forgot about the most important thing right now, because we have a huge sale. Yeah, we just entered the Steam. So maybe let's start by explaining how to find us. I think the simplest way will be just to type QubicGames Steam into your Google search, and you will find one of our games. So basically, just type QubicGames Steam and you will find us. Most important, that all games we have released are currently discounted by 40%. And the next surprise is we have also, you can grab a bundle with 20 of our games for under $20. So it's called 20 for 20 anniversary bundle, and it's available on Steam, and it's under $20, under 20 pounds, under 20 euros. So yeah, it's 20th anniversary, so it's everything under 20. And yeah, you can also check our Twitter, QubicGames, because there are a lot of links that you can just click and you don't need to type anything. And come on, everyone can just find it on Twitter or Facebook. Yeah, everyone has a social media, I think, but you don't need to have. Of course, I'm not. I don't want to judge anyone. I would sometimes, yeah, get off the phone and just rest from social medias. So yeah, you can find us anywhere when you are just type QubicGames Steam, and you can find us.
It's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to butcher this because I'm a stupid English Yorkshire person. But did you say, was it Pavel?
Paweł.
Pavel. So thank you so much
Paweł.
for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. And I hope that the Steam sale and all the games coming out really take off and help QubicGames get a foothold in a different sort of side of the gaming sphere.